want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got.
Get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
This is it. Check. Watch 54. Okay, double up.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
first down. The run with Lynch. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
We're set. 20. 55. I smell fear in that offense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? You're waiting. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Dontari Poe in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Breeze. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 38, Breeze. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
95-56, 95-56.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Line up, line up.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Throwing again is Watson. And he will find Ridley on the left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. There he goes, Brandon Marshall. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon Marshall, 73 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's Lynch. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the 22-yard line.
Go, Mike, set. 19. 55.
From the 22, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I got one. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Watson now to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Lynch. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They find some open field here, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Breeze now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On second down, it's Lynch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and 2, Breeze. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Breeze now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brandon Marshall, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run on first down. Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watson going to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
In your face.
Now Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Breeze now to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready? You're waiting,
Play action. Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ready?
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out the backfield,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get your swerve on. Mike 54. Mike 51.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 17, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell Mark?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The throw over the middle taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
On first down, it's Lynch. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a first and 10. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Watson. Going up top. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Well, look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Bengals, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.